Hey there, welcome to Let's Play Paper Mario. I'll be your host for this game session, and my name is Ledundead. Now, Paper Mario is the pseudo-sequel to Super Mario RPG, you know, the famous game on the Super Nintendo. It's one of my favorite games, Paper Mario I mean, but it kinda has few references to the original Super Mario RPG because that was made with the aid of Square, who is now known as Square Enix, of course. Anyway, there are a lot of mechanics that kind of made it over, but not really. It seems that this game decided, hey, gonna do things a lot more minimalistically here, and make it as simple as possible. All in all, I feel it's an incredible game, and I adore it. It uses music incredibly well, it does theming unbelievably well, and really I just want to show people how great this game is. I've heard a lot of people say that, like, the Paper Mario series in particular has not really jumped off until, like, Super Paper Mario. But I disagree. I think it really had its chance to shine as it went on. And, well, I'm here to show you that from the start, this series has been something special. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Pick ourselves a save file. Gonna do it in stereo audio, you know, for all you people out there with 2 ears. And, of course, we're just going to go with the simplest name possible, Mario. So, let's begin. That guy shows up later. Oh, Luigi does too, but I mean the guy who just flew away. This game's not one to really waste character models, and it's not one to really make shitty ones either. That little green board in the back right there will come into play later. It's not super important, but it just tells you like some random stats throughout the game that you might be interested in. Funny thing here, what it's saying at the top does not match what it says in the letter. It's very hard to make it out, but you can actually read the letter that it shows down there that Princess Peach wrote. It's pretty interesting. It starts off with, my dearest Mario and Luigi, and it ends, sincerely yours, Peach. Stuff in the middle, I'm not so sure about. So, of course, to get from the Mario house to anywhere else, you gotta take a pipe. And where do we end up? Toad Town! Now, the game pretty much forces you to go through this part. By which I mean, you literally don't have control of Mario here. So, just keep going through here, past the post office and the spinning house. And here we are at Princess Peach's castle. Now, those of you who played Super Mario 64 are pretty much going to instantly recognize this setup. It's basically identical to how the castle looked there. So a nice thing about Paper Mario is it gives dialogue to each of the NPCs, and it's not, you know, boring stuff. There's usually some clever stuff shoved in everywhere. Arguably, the writing has gotten better since this game. I mean, not every NPC is going to make you laugh in any Paper Mario game. But honestly, I feel it's very well done in this game. Even if that guy just said something as boring as "Welcome to Peach's Castle." So yeah, there's a lot of toads just kind of running around. This game likes to go with different colored tops on the toads, which is a nice design decision. Besides that, they all kind of have the same outfit. Well, the Toad Town ones do. Different toads have different outfits. For instance, this toad's from up north in the Shiver region, and he is wearing earmuffs, a scarf, a parka. He's very well dressed. This is Tasty. She is the Toad Chef. And you're going to kind of notice that with toad names. Any plot-important toad has a name, and it usually ends with a T. So that it kind of tells you what they're like. And no, she's not crying, that's actually her hair. I know, I thought the same thing for a while. This guy wants to be as good a chef as Tasty, but he doesn't even have a unique hair color, or a unique hat color. He's not going to. I just walk all over the food, and we're out of here. Now, that's pretty much the only blue door you can walk through. All the other ones are completely locked. I'm pretty sure I will check that out in a little bit. Now, note that this is before Mario Kart Double Dash, so Toadette was not a character, so they kind of came up with a design for female Toads by themselves. They have like a skirt and a shirt on, underneath the traditional Toad vest, and they have a bit of hair coming out the sides. And all in all, very simple, but very recognizable, and it looks nice. This penguin, of course, is very different from the one in Super Mario 64, and you can't go through there to go to Bowser's the road to Bowser, whatever it's called. So, nothing over here either, sadly. So anyway, it's just introducing you to some of the mechanics of the game. It's telling you that you should talk to people to get information. A few of these fellows are saying very interesting things that can be considered later on in the story. Right now, nothing too shocking. That was just to double check to make sure he didn't have an extra dialogue. If there's a lot of characters to talk to, usually they only have one line of dialogue, but if it's only a limited cast of characters in an area, then it tends to be 2 lines at least. And then once an event happens, their dialogue changes as well. So these fellows are from the Dry Desert, which brings up 2 more places that we don't know. And yeah, doors are open. So we have the Shiva region, Dry Desert. And these toads talking about nice things, like who is Princess Peach dating? And who knows? Maybe it's someone we know, with a red hat. Anyway, this guy's suggesting I take Princess Peach out on a date to Shooting Star Summit, so that brings us up to 3 places we don't know about that have been introduced so far. So yeah, this guy's guarding Peach's room, and you can't really get past him. It's a bit ridiculous. I don't know. Well, we'll end up in our room later on, so that's something we don't need to worry too much about. So we'll just go ahead and... Nah, I'm kidding. They actually do a neat little thing there. If you talk to him twice, he says the same thing twice in a row. And, you know, normal RPG trap, if they say the same thing twice, they're out of dialogue. Nope. Just talk to him a 3rd time, and he lets you in. All her dresses look exactly the same to Mario, but who knows? Maybe other people have different opinions on her dress. I mean, some of them might be different colors. Aw, she has a picture of Mario in a weird spot in her room. You'd think she'd keep that by her bedside, but no, she has a vase full of lovely flowers. And you can't go out on that tiny balcony. This spinning move that I do is basically the fastest way to move around, and if I have a long hallway to go down with nothing to do in it, I'll just kind of breeze down that as quick as possible. You can walk, run, and do the spin. The spin has a bit of a wear down. Hey, a Koopa! What's a Koopa doing here? Aren't they bad guys? Huh, I guess not. That's crazy. So, I guess there are good Koopas in this game. Also, that penguin, for some reason, he looks exactly like John Candy to me. I can't quite point out why. Now that toad back at the start of the room, the one who was like the guy in charge of the castle, I'm fairly certain that he was basically the inspiration for Toadsworth, who I'm pretty sure became a character in Super Mario Sunshine. So, that's where we go. And I'm pretty sure he had the Toadsworth character had an equivalent in Super Mario RPG. Now, I mentioned the sound design of this game being very good. And I'm sticking by that, because as we go farther away from the actual party, the music fades out. It usually goes in steps, though, like it's slightly quiet here than it was in the last room. But as we go through doors, it gets even quieter. So yeah, just a second to enjoy that, and then a jump. Oh, and there she is, the Crown Princess. Peach actually has a personality in this game, which is just fantastic, and I'm really glad that she's not extremely boring. So they're going to... Oh no. What could be happening? Oh no, there's 2D cardboard cutouts of trees! Oh boy. This isn't good. So that should be familiar to anybody who played Super Mario World. That's the Koopa Copter. Well, looks like there's a giant stone Koopa Copter lifting up Princess Peach's castle. Now that bit of music that just went by, that is a recurring theme of Bowser's, so if you ever hear that, expect Bowser to be up to no good. Although I'm pretty sure that mainly factors in the late game, so I guess that's just some crazy foreshadowing. So yeah, they're very confused about seeing space for obvious reasons. You went, oh, and there's a smaller Koopa Copter. And a Koopa. And the king of the Koopas. So Bowser, of course, is here to try to wreak some havoc. And quite frankly, we will not stand for that sort of ridiculousness. And he's explaining that he somehow built his castle underneath ours, and that's pretty incredible. I wonder how he got the power to do that. But Mario's not going to stand for this ridiculousness. We'll take him out in no time flat. Even Peach knows that he stands no chance. I've beaten him in countless games already. Through much better thought plans than just kind of taking off with a castle. Although I still have to commend him for the ingenuity of that. Okay, so this is our introduction to combat. Strategies, items, and jump are all we can do right now. So, since all we can do is jump, we'll jump. The combat is super simple at this point, like insanely. It's turn-based, just flat. There's nothing special to it. You just go back and forth, bonking each other. So, you just kind of take a beating, give a beating over and over, and it's a bit annoying. So, we do pretty good against Bowser. Presumably he has just as much health as us, but considering we attacked first, we would have won. Unfortunately, he has the Star Rod, which gives him the power to slow down the recording a little bit, but that's okay. So he powers himself up, and now he's actually a threat. We can't beat him with these turn-based battles. If Mario's HP hits 0, that's game over for him. Can we defeat him? No, he appears to be immune to damage. This isn't good. Oh, one more hit and we're done for. Come on, we gotta put everything we got into this last jump. Shit. Okay, not going too good, but maybe we'll survive it, maybe he'll miss. I don't know. There's ways this could not go horrible. That is not one of the ways this could not go horrible. Yeah. Mario is extremely dead. He's got -8 health. And Peach is not happy about that. If you watch Peach during the battle, she covers her face and gets very upset every time Mario gets hit. It's a nice little touch, I think. Also, look at the lighting on Bowser, Kammy Koopa, and Peach and Mario. It actually matches the light coming in from the window, and it's a neat little effect. So, Mario just got thrashed, so this isn't good. And that's another 5 damage right there. So at -23 health, we get launched out of a flying castle. Peach, of course, is understandably upset. So shit, Mario is extremely dead. More than double dead, actually. How are we gonna make a comeback from this? I guess you'll have to find out next time in this part 2 of the Let's Play of Paper Mario. I'll see you next time.